Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Thursday. It is 12:15. Going to jump on for a quick video this week. I did the one on Monday. Kind of want to rehash that, get back to 2 videos a week. We've had some really good trading the last couple of weeks, so I want to go into everything specifically. Got a lot of good stuff to unpack. We're going to go over the overall sentiment of the market, go over the news, where the indexes are, and the stocks that I'm holding, the stocks that I have traded, and the stocks that I'm looking forward to on my watch list. So first and foremost, let's point out the Nasdaq, or the overall indexes, are right behind me. Everything is up again. The Nasdaq is making an unprecedented 12 days in a row green. So we have officially surpassed an all-time high in the stock market effective yesterday. Today is a new record high. That's accurate, a record high. We've had 12 green days in a row. All the converging moving averages have moved through individual ones, and this freight train is on a run. When I said on the 10th day, I think it was Wednesday or Tuesday, I said, we're due for a little bit of a pullback. We didn't get it at all, though I still think we're due for a little bit of a pullback. The only thing I will say is I think the overall sentiment is, for the amount of people that are underexposed to the stock market, is creating a FOMO type setting. And what I mean by that is, I think a lot of institutions, retail, a lot of people were rebalancing. You had the quarter ended, the quarter ended right there, right? You had a lot of rebalancing. You had less exposure, the uncertainty with war. And usually large institutions, they shoot first, ask questions last, and they take themselves out of the market and wait for the turn, in which it makes sense. You have to be adaptable to the information in which you have. So I think what's happening now is people are looking for exposure, and now it's a FOMO setting, and all these little small dips that happen throughout the day, they're so shallow and they're getting bought up. And which makes a lot of sense. And I always say that you have to be flexible with the way you move. I've increased my exposure substantially last week. I talked about getting the follow-through day, and we've had multiple follow-through days. And the volume, nothing to write home about, but the volume has been on point to match these moves. And so I added my exposure. I went from 30% exposed to like 75% exposed last week very quickly. And it really is about changing on the dime, not necessarily changing, but shifting and moving to new information that's provided, and not necessarily being stuck in your way. So anyways, enough with that specific thing. So a little bit more of the backdrop. It was just announced about an hour ago. Lebanon and Israel have agreed to a 10-day ceasefire. Trump is actively trying to get Netanyahu and I think the Lebanon president together for ongoing negotiations. He's a mediator now, so we'll see where that goes. So really, let's just talk. We saw the Nasdaq, gold. We'll go into gold real quick. It's barely up today, but I think this is extremely constructive. Also, furthermore, on top of being incredibly constructive for you, I think this is a great exposure. I think most people should have. Again, this is not financial advice, but rather for educational purposes only. This kiss of the 200 was really a great buying opportunity in hindsight. I didn't buy this. I'm not that good, but I bought some of this here and I bought some of this here, and that really worked out. So the gold looks constructive to me. I've been on the record since it was $1,500 an ounce to say $5,000 an ounce. We hit that. You had to expect. Sorry, I probably got too prematurely went off of that. We had an ungodly run from the beginning of 25. I mean, we were at 20 something $100. We got up to this amount, and I would say that this is healthy. This downturn here, by people that have owned this, they're getting off the train, and new people are getting on the train here. So healthy. I like gold, still very constructive. Bitcoin, I really like this chart. I talked about this nausea, that 67K purchase I made at spot. I called that out, and I said I think people should take a little bit of exposure to a swing trade if you're good with that. So far so good. I think this is also going to pick up FOMO. As the market increases, I think you're going to see an increase. I told you my sell point is 80 and then 85. In a perfect world, let's assume I bought $10 at 67,000. I'm just going off of percentages here. At 80, I would want to take 50% exposure off. And this is only for my swing trade, not my actual holding. I buy Bitcoin weekly. I've been doing that for 6 years. So that's not what I'm talking about here. But I'm talking about the swing trade is, 50% I'm letting go at $80,000. I will let the rest run at 85. I'd let 25% go. And then I'll have a runner, assuming. I don't think we're going to go much past that, but FOMO can seriously kick in. The only thing is you got so much overhead supply that it's so difficult in this area that it's going to be so hard to get past this. It could. Bitcoin has a mind of its own. All right, moving on. Oil's up again today. I talk about this. I'm short oil. My short is probably a couple percent in the red. Now I had a good one last week. My new one is 2, 3, maybe 4% in the red. I'm sorting it every day. It's green. So don't do that if you're not seasoned. But every day that it pops up more than 3%, I'm probably adding to my short. I'm waiting for this to collapse, which I think inevitably is going to happen. Okay, now going into individual stocks, what's been winning, what hasn't been winning, what we're trading, what we're not trading. All right, I'm going to go on to what I'm holding and what I mentioned. AMD, I mentioned this, and I think my video was Monday. Could have been Tuesday, but I think it was Monday. I don't remember. I talked about this is just a move you cannot ignore. We have broken out all-time high in AMD, got into this last week. For you guys that got in this week, you're probably up 15, maybe 20%. I'm up now over 25%. I have not taken any off the table. I don't think I'm taking any off the table right now on the swing trade. This looks just too good, and I like to let my winners win. So AMD, if you don't own it, look for a little pullback to the 5. Though I don't know that you're going to get much of an opportunity to buy this thing. It's a freight train. The volume really was a real true indication, and it's just going. It's shaking and baking, and it's adios. So don't try to chase it if you can. TGTX, I still hold. I did take a little bit off the table yesterday, not much. I took like 20%. This still looks really constructive and really good. Not financial advice, but if you don't own it, maybe a time to own it. I don't know you're going to get much pullbacks here. So still own that. I talked about gold, AIMNM. So I think the ledge is setting up really good here. This is really tight. And I just really like this. I talked about this on multiple videos. This is my 2026, one of my biotech names that I'm holding. Obviously I set a very large stop loss, so the stock would have to plummet a lot. Doesn't mean that you shouldn't set your stop losses. These are more conviction trades for me. I think this still looks good, so I'm in that still. Open door, God, neck is killing me. Opens finally, if I did a downtrending line, this is broken up over the downtrending line, up 9%. These small cap names have a tendency to go. Here's the thing. And I want to make kind of like a little quick correlation, right? Allbirds yesterday. This is a shoe company, by the way. Okay. Shoe company announced they're going AI, trading $2, shot up 650% yesterday. This is a true story. A shoe company that said that they're scratching shoes and they're going to just be an AI company. Well, stock market rewarded them 650% up, right? Crazy move, right? So one, that could be an indication of an AI bubble. Sounds like the dot-com bubble when everybody threw a .com behind their name. I'm not saying that's going to happen. That's a little scary that this happened. But the reason I'm mentioning this is an actual company that really is integrating some serious AI into everything they do, from their title work, their underwriting, their closings, just their overall sells of purchases, buys. I mean, this company actually has real revenue, and they're trading at $5. The announcement of incorporating something AI could make this thing go crazy. I own this. You guys know it. I'm probably still down 20% on this, or 25%. This was a conviction play of 2026 for me. Anyways, just pointing it out. You should buy anything, but if I didn't own this and I saw this chart and I read the story, I might nibble a little bit, just pointing it out. All right, a couple other charts that look good. Amazon, Looks great if you're into playing that. I did take on Tuesday or Monday. I bought. Was it Tuesday? I think it was. I don't remember if it was Tuesday or Monday. It was Monday. I bought. Was it today? Thursday. Tuesday or Monday. I bought calls. I'm in these calls. I have not got rid of them. This looks really good. By the way, I mean, I just have some calls. I own this in my IRA, but I bought some calls. I think the fact that Roth set them at a 285 price tag kind of moved the stock. You could potentially today. You see it got bought up. You see, so I mean, this is what I talk about. These shallow dips. It comes down to the 5 today and gets bought up and it's green again. I mean, like, you're just not, these things, when the market starts to move like this, you're going to get very few opportunities. You're going to have to hold your breath and buy. And so many people are underexposed. So now they're just having to rush in. Micron, love this chart. I talked about this in the correlation of SanDisk. Like this chart, own this. I'm up 15%. Move my stop up with it. Do what you need to do. Constructively, I still think this is a buy, for what it's worth. Microsoft, I think I told you guys when I bought this in my IRA during the bloodbath. I mean, I checked my IRA. This thing shot up. I wish I would have bought this in my trading account. I wish I would have bought more. This looks great. I think the bottom's in. I don't own it in my trading account, simply my IRA. I hadn't owned it in years and years and years and years and years. Bought in my IRA, and man, I mean, this is one I wish I had in my trading account. So I think the bottom's in there. Robinhood, an oldie, but a goldie. So I don't own this yet. You guys know I sold this in my IRA. I sold this in my trading account. This was my second best trade of 2025 behind AMD. I'm going to go long Hood at some point. I don't know when. Put it on your watch list. I don't know when I'm going to get there. I think the bottom is in, but just take your time with it and put it on your watch list. All right, sorry, I got a scratchy head over here. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Sorry for the silence there. Oh, I bought TDT again. I got stopped out of this a couple of weeks ago. I bought it again yesterday, originally as a day trade, and I forgot to sell it, and I was up 6%. Now I'm up another 3%. I think this is curling. This is making what I think is a double bottom here, and here. I've decided to turn this day trade into a swing trade. Normally I don't do that. I bought it yesterday because it was setting up on my indicators. I use indicator alerts for certain specific criteria, and it had that. So I pulled the trigger on it in the morning, went up 6%. I got really tied up yesterday before the market was closing, and I didn't set a trigger to sell it. Finishes up 3%. I actually tracked it this morning pre-market, and I decided, you know what? I moved up my stop. I'm up like 9 or 10%. I think I'm up like 9% on it. So I moved my stop up to basically reflect the price that I bought it at so I wouldn't lose any money. I did get stopped out of this a couple of weeks ago on a trade. If you guys remember, I lost 8%. So essentially, I'm up maybe 1%. But anyways, I've moved up my stop and I've turned this into a swing trade. Do what you want. I think the bottom's in here. I sold ACLS like a putz. Oh, man, I sold this way too early. Look at this move yesterday. I sold back like in the beginning of the week. So anyways, this is a hot name. Wait till it comes back. You might want to get into that. Another one that I sold that I kind of wish I didn't sell, or rather, I didn't catch this move, by the way. I didn't get this move. I only had like 30%. So I sold here, and then I sold the other 30% here, which was like in the middle of the day. Now, I might buy this again today. This is back on the old watch list. Might activate that. Some charts that, I got into Prime, which I'm probably incredibly close to getting stopped out of. Let me see if I've even been stopped out of this. I have not been stopped out. I set an 8% loss. I'm probably down 5 or 6%. It's a shame because this chart looks really good. But if I get stopped out, I get stopped out. I still think this chart looks great, by the way. Like, I just think this looks fantastic, and I love this sector. But another two names that I'm going to give you is Morgan Stanley. This looks like a great chart. You can buy this today if you'd like. It's actionable, not financial advice, just for educational purposes. And then finally, SATS. This one looks like it's ready to go almost. This looks really good. This chart looks damn good. Telecom, I don't own it. Maybe an opportunity today to buy it. Both Morgan Stanley and SATS look good. And yeah, everything's looking good on the home front there. Okay, so I think that's all I got for you today. Last video of the week, it was good. It was productive. Ooh, a little bit of drop here and here. Something's cooking. Definitely with a drop like that, though I don't see any other drops. 12:16 news, Middle East ceasefire optimism lifts. My gut tells me that any drop like this is probably a little bit of profit taking, but I think this is going to get bought up in like the blink of an eye. I could be wrong. I just think anything like this is going to get bought up right now in the climate that we're in. All right. That's all I got for you today. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Please set your stops. Be smart. Don't be greedy. Take some profits when you can, but don't be wrong. Like when I sold ARW and ACLS too soon. Let your winners win. I see already picking back up just in the last 3 seconds. All right, guys, have a great weekend.